Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of My Mom Saved Everything. Uh, this is gonna be a very hard episode. I think it's gonna be pretty embarrassing. So get ready. Here's all the stuff we're looking at today. I have not looked at this ahead of time. Man, there is a lot to go through. Some of this is from like high school, just stuff I did in my spare time. So it's gonna be bad. So get ready. Photographs that I took in my high school photography class. And these I actually developed myself in the darkroom. I like these photos. They're cool. Flamingos in the snow. This is my dog. This is my friend Chris. Here's where things are going to get bad. Personguy.com. I no longer own this website. Here's the cover to one of the music albums that I made called I Eat Poop. And this is the drawing that I did for that cover. Here's some more music notes. I used to do some music writing in my spare time. So here's some music that I was writing actually. You can see intro beat, bass kick, alarm, space down, screw, bass kick, screw, music, bass music, space down. And so I was basically on paper, I was writing out some patterns to like a song that I was working on. And and this is like the beat that I was writing. 1 and 2, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. So that's how I would like write out my beats on graph paper. I actually did turn these into songs. I don't remember specifically which song this is, but I do remember what this song sounds like. It's like crazy drums, no back music, heavy bass, little nuggets of time in her eyes. Nyan nyan nye. Oh yeah, baby, do you want to take it? I know you can take it. I don't know. Do ya. I think this was, I don't know that I actually made this song ever, but it was an idea for a song. Here's another idea for a song. Like dee 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 doo doo da da da. And I don't know. I had a way of like keeping track of the time that I wanted to use in songs, and this was my way of kind of writing it all down. So when I was a janitor, this is the schedule that I would follow daily, Monday, Tuesday. Clean eye washing station, ETO glass, scrub the floors, clean the doors, and then on the back, I'm boom, 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 tick, tick, tick. So yeah, more music that I was like writing while I was doing my janitor work. This looks like maybe more music, maybe. I guess I printed out the Dr. Mario theme song. But I did use that in one of my songs. Like one of my songs had that in it. More stuff I'm sure it's going to be embarrassing. Sing along or clap along, just don't do it. Incorrect. Beep, 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 beep. Read magazines. I got a friend. His name is Art. He goes outside when he wants to look at the view. My name is Person Guy. I'll tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very hip, I'm not very fly, and I can't bust a rhyme in the blink of an eye. Been sitting in my pooter for hours and hours, never stopping for some coffee or a whiff of the flowers. I got so wrapped up that I forgot to shower, but it sure pays off, 'cause now I got the power. So I was surfing. I made this song, but it didn't have this verse in it. It had this one. So I was surfing in my booty and I thought one day, hey, I should write a song. So I acted great. It didn't sound great, but not a bad start.
Software was crap, but I still had the hustle. So I went online, grabbed some keys, then it was fucking focus. So what did with these? It's like boom, I got the power with the mouse in my hand. So
this is actually, I did record this song. What would you think if I changed my name to Wanda and dyed my hair orange and blonde and moved to Spain? What's this? My name is Wada Wada Bing, and I like to kick some butt. It's not my job, but it's pretty fun. A Wada Wada Bing Bing Boop Bingo? Boop Bop? My name is Mr. Boop Bop. I have to kick some butt. It's not too fun, but it's my job. A Wada Wada Bingo Boop Bingo Boom. Well, on day Wada Wada Bingo met Mr. Boop Bop, Mr. Boop Bop talked about his job. They decided to discuss it at Bing's butt hut. Wada Wada Bingo wanted the job. Mr. Boop Bop said, okay then, but I got to sleep with. Wada Wada Bingo said, okay, well, trade, but first come over here. I want to tell you a secret. Mr. Boop Boop leaned close to Wada Wada Bingo, then grabbed Mr. Bop Bop by the ear and hit him with a bottle of beer, and kicked him in the rear and jumped on his head till it was as oh, Jesus, I cannot believe I'm recording this stuff. On the edge of the catwalk, she looks down the street. I look up 20 stories and our eyes meet. I don't know what she wants, but I can see her frown. Turn upside down. Oh, yeah, she smiles at me. Sirens screaming, people running, roving. But she was only humming up until she hit the ground. I remember all the good times. I remember all the bad that we never had. Up until she hit the ground, she taught me how to love. She taught me how to lie. She taught me how to dance. She taught me how to fly. Her hair was made of stars, her hips made of sky. She taught me how to live and taught me how to die. Her beaming face was perfect pound for pound, a figure to adore. I thought you were better. They thought you were smarter. Some thought you were stronger, but the stars knew all along. They knew that we all were dead on. So this is working on like a logo for the band. Again, this is kind of working on a logo idea. And then they're sort of graphing out the same idea. Upside Down Frown was an idea for a band name that I didn't use, but that was the idea there. So this was the other logo ideas for the band name. So we're calling it Poor Notation. It was based on, in my computer science class, one of my teachers, one day he was complaining, you have poor notation. And I thought it was just like a cool name. Poor Notation. So yeah, there's more logo ideas for Poor Notation. I did make some songs under a name that I called Poor Notation. Some of them are okay. They're not as bad as the things I was reading. Okay, here's a photo that I took. It's the Jab Cow. That's cool. But basically, it was a letterhead printing service that I did in school. You think you're real funny, so I'll kick your bunny and steal his money, and with it I will runny and buy a gunny. I'll sell it to Stunny and then shoot your bunny. Then you'll cry a tunny till your nose gets runny. But the day is sunny, so let's just go and dance. Now I'm gonna grab some ants and stuff them down your pants. Then I'll start to chant until you know you can't escape from my aunt, who is an elephant. She'll rave and rant, but that isn't what I want. She'll just sit on you. Now I'll take you to the zoo and shove you in some poo, and then I'll go get the goo that's sticking to my shoe and throw it at you too. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's just sing a song. Now I'm gonna tell King Kong that you wear a thong, and he'll hit you with his gong. But since that's really wrong. What is this? Video games are fun to play. I like to play them every day. Joysticks in motion is a beautiful sound. The new 64 controller is perfectly round. I play and I play till I run out of lives. In Mario Kart, Mario drives. In Mario 64, you need 120 to get on the castle and lives aplenty. To get to the top of the princess castle, even for pros, it's still quite a hassle. First you must get in the cannon with care. Blast to the top. Yoshi is there. At the top, Yoshi has a note that says congrats, which developers wrote. He gives you lives and jumps down below. You look off the edge. Where did he go? You hit the red box and grab the wing cap. Go back to the cannon. That was a snap. Aim with accuracy and with great care. You'll land near the top. Now you're almost there. Go to the wall on the left side. It's the one that is shiny and that's not wide. Run up the wall and get on top. Take a good look and get ready to drop. Now see the cannon way down below. Jump to that spot. Get ready to go. Let yourself run out of wing hat. If you make this jump, you'll look really fat. To make this great jump, you must land in the hole, not touching the ground, or God rest your soul. You're ready to go and jump into the air. You fall faster and faster in this death-defying dare. You made it to the cannon without getting hurt. You just flew in without eating dirt. Now, what's to do in this Mario game? You've done a lot, but it's still not that lame. How about you go to Cool Cool Mountain, where the tricks you do there will get people shouting. First find the ski lift way down below. Touch it from the bottom, and to the cannon you go. Where your aim is true and your timing is right. Press the blue button. Go into flight. Land on the lift and take a bow. Is there anything left that you can do now? So now here's some comics that I drew, probably. I proclaim this land Roanoke. Grr. Don't have a cow, man. Hi, Bart. I heart Jamestown. Pick that tobacco faster. Almost finished. New World. I'm settled. Massachusetts. Okay. It's a great deal. Okay, so yeah, this is... Oh. Settlers first arrived and founded Roanoke in 1585. So this is the history of the city that I was in at the time, basically. In the movie Titanic, like at the time I was like, I really, really did not like Leonardo DiCaprio for no reason. And so I wrote a comic about how he gets beat up by this guy named Stupor Guy, who's a superhero named Stupor Guy. Now that Stupor Guy has finally beat Leo, he has vowed to protect the innocent. But as Stupor Guy walks away, Leo gains consciousness and lunges for a surprise attack. Ah, he got my cape. Rip. Ah, bam. It looks like Stupor Guy and Leo. It looks hopeless for Stupor Guy, and Leo is just stunned. Leo takes off his mask that he wears in all the movies and reveals his true face. Wahahaha. Oh, this is so sad. Leo is actually Bill Gates in disguise. That's right. And now Stupor Guy will die. He pushes the button. Beep. Get him, Micro. Okay, Bill. And this robot goes towards Stupor Guy. The robot's running over Stupor Guy. He goes crunch, boom, wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then Stupor Guy. I knew that stupor bloat would come in handy. Darn, I can't move. Clang. Stupor Guy deflates and approaches the helpless robot. Or so he thought he was helpless. And there's a little boxing glove coming out of the robot. And it, bam, it punches Stupor Guy and punches him again. Ha ha ha, get him, Micro. And then the fist swings the wrong way and then punches Bill Gates. Hey, you knocked off my glasses. Sorry. My arm is out of control. And it's like swinging around and punching everything. And then it hits a button. Beep. That was the self-destruct button. Ah! Boom. You killed Micro. It's not fair. Now I have nothing to do but tell you my evil plot. Blah, 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 blah. And so Bill Gates explains his evil plot. Stupor Guy finds out that after he kicked Leo's butt, Bill Gates took him to his secret laboratory where he equipped him with bionic parts and the latest technology. While Leo is healing for his next battle with Stupor Guy, Bill Gates took his place for a while. But his mask didn't fool anyone, and didn't even look like Leo. Bill Gates' secret lab, and there's Stupor Guy running, I guess either toward or away from it, I don't know. I did not draw this. My brother Kirk drew this for sure. Happy birthday, bro. It's another year to sit in a rolly chair in front of a computer. Have fun. Kirk, your brother. Hi. Shit. I'm Harry Man. Now you're mine. Not again. Let's go shopping. Where did you go? Not again. Now I'm crazy. Oh no. Not again. Let's be friends. Shit. I think this was intentionally bad, but I don't remember why I drew this or what it means. The trampled body of Claudius remarkably resembles Abraham Lincoln. After Milo brutally murdered Claudius, his body was left in the streets. This is probably for Latin class. Later, Sextilius found the corpse, and before moving him, took this picture. After using a road spatula to scrape him up, he was put on a podium for everyone to look at. A man named Palladius used a miniature recording device and captured these whispered sounds, heard by only the best listeners. Sound wave detector. When the sound was amplified 50 times, original volume, this is what everyone heard. 7 years ago, Claudius's wife had been taken to the funny farm because she reportedly says, "Why is everyone wearing big top hats? They're everywhere. Even I'm wearing one." We will bring you more on this story. I can't explain it. We had a math teacher named Mr. Hanks, and for whatever reason, I liked Mr. Hanks a lot. But I used to draw him, and like the way his head was shaped was like very specific, and so I like to draw him in all these different like ways because I liked the way that he looked. I thought he had a funny shaped head. Thank you, Mr. Hanks. You taught me a lot. Anyway, and then I made this collage of all those drawings from all the different times during the year. I taped them to one piece of paper. This is a drawing that I did of my house when I lived in Payette. It's not exactly right, but basically this is all like fields out here. I didn't finish drawing it, but this is all cornfields. And this is like some trees in the yard and like a big pile of logs. And there's the house itself. Hey, it's Buttwalk Man. There's pictures there. Hey, there's Birdo. That's cool. Hi, my name is Math Man, Geometry Man, Algebra Man. Okay, more drawings. I used to just doodle stuff like this all the time. And a cat and a train and a ID making kit. He wanted to make a fake ID. And a squirt gun and a car and a toy gun and So this is these these comic characters that I draw called Duck and Bunny. So there's Duck and there's Bunny. And so they go on all these stupid adventures. Here's a picture that I drew of Princess Peach on a pile of like dead Mario Brothers enemies, and she's coming for Bowser next. I like this drawing. I'm gonna save that one. I don't know. It's just I drew that. Oh, this is another comic character I used to draw called Bean Man. He was made of beans. Test. Mrs. Dorfunkel. Spelling test today at 10 o'clock. It's almost 10. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh yes. Gotta study, gotta study, gotta study, gotta study. Where's my words? Aha. Tick, 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 tick. Appendix. APPENDIXES. Appendix. Crises. Tick, tick, tick. Almost out of time. Mr. Beanman's eyes are beans, and his feet are beans, and his body is beans, and his mouth is beans, and his hands are beans. That's why he's Beanman. Let's see. Nebula. Radii. Tick, tick, tick. Hee, hee, hee. Indices. Alkaline. Hee, 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 hee. The time's running out. 5 seconds. Ring. Test time. 10 minutes later. I wonder what I got. Don't answer that. Beanman, 20% F. And then there's all the words he got wrong. He got nebula right. And indices. And beans. He spelled beans correctly. Okay. Oops, maybe I should have studied earlier. And the teacher's sad. Or left a sad face. The end. Good job. I guess I did this for a class. So I had to make a comic for class, and I made it about Beanman. It's issue number 3, $1.25. So here's another maze I did. I showed one of the mazes I drew in a previous episode of My Mom Saved Everything. This one doesn't really look like anything specific, but yeah, it's kind of funky. I drew some Mortal Kombat characters. Here's Sub-Zero and Scorpion and what's her name? Sonya, Goro, and I don't remember what his name is. Okay. Oh, and I also drew Johnny Cage and Raiden. Is that his name? And then Liu Kang. This is a racing game that I made on Graphing Calculator. That's basically the code for it. So I wrote it down because I didn't have a graphing calculator at the time. I was like borrowing one from the school, and I wanted to save my program, so I wrote down all the code. This is a Captain Tsubasa game I was working on. I've shown this in a different video at some point, I think, but I was like trying to work out how to do the graphics for it and like the different actions you could do, like slide tackle, block pass, and steal. It was based on Captain Tsubasa, a game that I played. Here's a graph of the animations for like when you pass the ball or when you kick the ball or when you shoot and things like that. Here's some graphing for the soccer field and the animation panel where you could see who was approaching them from what directions. Scoreboard. Here's more of those Mortal Kombat drawings. So like I did like babalities. So there's teenager Raiden and baby Raiden, baby Liu Kang, teen Sonya, baby Sonya. Kano, that's his name, not K-Ball. Kano. So we got Scorpion, Johnny Cage, Sub-Zero, Goro, Chang Sun, Team Chang Sun. Yeah, these characters, I think, were maybe part of the Duck and Bunny comic. I think this might have been inspired by the Bone comic that I, really enjoyed when I was younger because it had the rat creatures. So I made like here's the round-headed one, the oval-headed one, square-headed one. They had like different stats. I don't know, the guy. Like these are geometry shapes, but then I was like doodling little cartoons on them. A robot head thing. Just lots of little doodles. There's like a sub sandwich. I drew a picture of a graphing calculator having an error. And there's this Frank and Mr. Choo Choo and Giraffe Man and a noodle and pancakes. This is a guy who sees an 8 and he kicks it over and it's infinity. And then this guy's smiling and an arrow hits him in the eye and it's minus infinity. Do your homework. Doing all these little doodles. And I was taking notes on things. There's my pencil. My pencil. Me with a plan. Big soul. Weird shoe thing. Big bad feet. Chair. Person. Trash can. Sucker thing was throwing away. Hey, there's me drawing a big foot again. Hey, there's Mr. Hanks again. Yeah, Mr. Hanks. Math. Wait till we get our Hanks on you. Mr. Hanks used to say, must be butter because he's on a roll. That was like his catchphrase. He was really, like he actually said that in real life. I thought it was the greatest. Intelligent life forms. Must be butter. It's on a roll. Stupid doodles and pictures that I made because I'm bored. Okay? Hey, it's Mr. Hanks again. You don't need a flip head to reach. Beware the eyes of Teddy. Yeah, Teddy. I don't remember what's up with that, but there was this character I used to draw named Teddy who had weird eyes that would, I guess, hypnotize you. It's a Windows computer hitting a Mac computer. Oh yeah, see, it looks like he's a normal bear, happy bear. But then, oh no, it's Teddy. Beware the eyes of Teddy. Happy bear. There's Sandra Bullock. There's Leonardo DiCaprio. There's George Clooney. Stupor guy using his powers. He is Stupor Sweat, Stupor Fart, and Superhero Sandwich. Or I guess he just hits you with a big sandwich. There's Stupor guy again. And Leonardo DiCaprio. And Bean Man. Plus man, minus man, times man, divide man, imaginary man, square root man, square man, equals man, null man, not equal man, and times one? It's Mr. Hanks again. Mr. Hanksy. Of course, I was into South Park back then. There's Legend of Zelda Z. There's Mr. Stupor Guy. Here's a maze from the Duck and Bunny show. And there's Duck and Bunny and their dog. Yeah, I guess this is maybe one of the first board games I ever made. I never really thought about it, but yeah. It's just, a roll and move game. On Halloween night, there's witches and ghosts, there's vampires and mummies, plus Blackbeard drives boats. On Halloween night, the cold wind blows through hollows past trees. It tickles your nose. On Halloween night, in a big graveyard, there's zombies, they're werewolves that stand and guard. On Halloween night, things come back from the dead. They howl and growl, they boo off their head. On Halloween night, you'll meet spooky friends collecting candy from houses, and that is the end. You have just invented a machine that will change the lives of everyone on Earth. Only you understand the invention well enough to complete the picture. Okay, so there's like spinning stuff, and then there's this pokes a chicken. The chicken lays an egg. Slide takes to truck. Oh, the slide takes the egg to the truck. The egg breaks here. This hand grabs the shell. And then kick bowl and truck spills in hole. This spins, so it cracks the egg, it goes into the bowl, it goes into the cement mixer, the mixer spins, drops out into pan, and this scrapes the spatula spinning stuff, scrapes it out of the pan, and then it slides down here onto the plate. You say food, and oh, and the little wheels take the food to you. There you go. That's my invention. It makes scrambled eggs with the flip of a switch. How creative. Zelda. Oh boy. In Nestville. Year. 3,062,958. There was a 23-year-old man named Tom who loved Zelda games. He had every one. The Legend of Zelda. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Zelda 3, Link to the Past. Zelda 4, Link's Awakening. Zelda 5, Where in Hyrule is Zelda? Zelda 6, Return of Ganon. Zelda 7, Zelda Goes Mad. Zelda 8, Ganon Gone for Good. Zelda 9, Death of Link. Zelda 10, Link's Back. Zelda 11, Link's Wedding. Zelda 12, Birth of Zot. Zelda 13, Ganon's Test Tube. Zelda 14, Ganon's Children. Zelda 15, Adventure of Zot. Zelda 16, Bye Bye Link. Zelda 17, King Octorok. Zelda 18, Zelda's Turn. Zelda 19, Zot Retires. Zelda 20, Battle in Hyrule. Zelda 21, Sir Henry Storms the Dungeon. Zelda 22, Peace. Zelda 23, Normal Life. Zelda 24, The End. Zelda 25, The Families Together. Zelda 26, Your Judgment. He worked at a nuclear power plant. One day, he came home and forgot to wash his hands before he played. He got toxic waste in the Nintendo connectors of his Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy. Then he played all of his favorite Zelda games, Zelda 1 through 16. After he was done, he ate dinner. He had Zelda and Mario cereal and a tuna fish sandwich. Then he went to bed. In the night, Tom heard a sword fights and strange laughs coming from the living room. He got up and stopped. Tom decided it was just his imagination. Then he went back to bed. The next morning, Tom had Zelda and Mario cereal. After he finished, he washed the dishes and made a lunch for work. He was ready to go out the door when he noticed there was a crater 20 meters across where his Zelda games had been. His Game Boy, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo were fine. There was also a hole in the wall and rug. At first, Tim thought some robber came with a law rocket, but he saw toxic waste dripping from the connectors. He remembered that he never washed his hands. Then Tom decided he wouldn't go to work. Tom turned on the TV to watch the news. Instead of news, a whole bunch of Zelda cartoons were on. Tom was about to change the channel when a reporter said, "That's right. Lock your doors and windows. Cartoons of Link, Zelda, Zot, Ganon, Octoroks, Moblins, Bots, Armros, Stelfos, Gorias, Iron Knuckles, Gelox, Bats, Ghosts, blah blah blah, till I think of it, are on the loose, rampaging. Even Link, Zot, and Zelda are heroes and heroines." At the moment, Tom knew that what he had to do. He got all his Mario Brother games, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario All-Stars, Super Mario Land, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, Mario and Wario, Yoshi, Yoshi's Cookie, Dr. Mario, Kicks, Mario Baseball, Punch-Out, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, and played them all. He slept in the day so he could stay up at night. At midnight, the games blew up, and standing right, they were 18 Marios. Mike 3 Yoshis, 3 Warios, 18 Luigis, 7 Koopas, Weird, Fever, Chill, Wart, 10. Oh no, I never finished the story. Now I'll never know what happens. But I think he was summoning an army of Marios and stuff to go fight the Zelda characters and save the world. Can't believe that I wrote Ready Player One before it existed. Little Miss Muffet sat on top of eating a curdled whey. Along came a spider that sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Ah, what's in the bowl, baby? I don't think I wrote that. Modern nursery rhyme. Big cow moo, don't blow your horn. It's been stuck to your head ever since you were born. Also, please don't make a peep. Leave me alone, I'm trying to sleep. Green, swampy, slimy, camouflage, leprechaun salad. Go, travel, green. Friday, TGIF. Hyper, jumpy, active. Happy, out of school, good, nice, cool. Weekend. Haiku. There once was a dog that was all skinny and brown, but was a big hound. Limerick. There once was a man from Seattle. His arms were blown off in a battle. He lived his whole life with his ugly old wife that was as fat as a herd of cattle. There once was a dirty old dog who wallered in mud with a hog. One time he got mad and became very sad because Hog said you can't sog in the bog. The luckiest day of my life was when I found a $20 bill at the mall. I bought an $18 Game Boy game, and he gave me a $2 bill back. When I showed it to my friend, he said he would give me $5 for the $2 bill. The end. Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe 2 Return to Narnia. In order to return to Narnia, you have to take the Narnia Express train, which comes every 2000. It's a hard ride to catch. The way to know if somebody's been to Narnia without asking him is his eyes won't look right, and their hair will be up, and their pants will be on backwards. End. Turn story on back. One day, Mr. Rebenskybrandtuber was at the train station. I guess I never finished that story, but there you go. So this is a couch, and there's like a robber, and he's stealing the tag off the bottom of the couch that says "Do not," off the cushion that says "Do not remove this tag." And then, oh no, the police. This man is thinking about how he ended up in jail. This is Duber. It says Duber's mom, Duber's best friend, Duber's dad, Duber's pet snake, Duber's dog, Duber's sister, Duber's dream girl. The Duck and Bunny Show, starring Wally Wiener, who's the dog. Hi, I'm Wally Wiener. My owner feeds me every day, dumb dog. He loves me, he. He comes to me with problems. Gee, Wally, I hate him. Yow. I'm happy and I'm out of here? I know, because he bit the owner. He didn't like the owner. I like this place. Look, Duck, it's so cute. We don't need a dog. Please, 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 please. Okay. Have some bacon. So cute. Food. Why me? Grr. Yeah, I guess Duck and Bunny was sort of based on Ren and Stimpy, which I, of course, watched a lot when I was younger. The Duck and Bunny Show, movies. Hey, Bunny, want to go in? Wahahaha. Movies. Oh, The Crazy Man. I'm going to that one. Food. Pretty cows. Ooh, I go to this one. La la la, I'm so pretty. So am I. Oh, you can't be. I am. Wee. That's how I get rid of zits. That was a great movie. You could watch two at the same time. The Duck and Bunny Show. Merry Christmas, Duck and Bunny. Merry Christmas. Hold the ladder still, Bunny. I'm trying. And then Duck falls off the ladder and he gets electrocuted in the tree. Are you all right, ladder? Are you hurt? Duck is just a pile of ash. Duck, haven't I told you not to play with electricity? Yes, you idiot. Hi, Mr. Boogers. I mean... So, Mr. Boogers, these characters, Mr. and Mrs. Boogers, they speak in a weird language, so he's speaking that language. Let's see, that means, meet my wife, Mrs. Boogers. Now what? Okay, what a mess. So he's like cleaning up the ashes. Thanks. I mean, blah, blah, blah. Help. He's getting the ashes of Duck are getting scooped up and put in the trash. Oh, that means let's go. Blah, blah, blah. So Mr. Boogers and Mrs. Boogers left. Slam. I wonder where Duck is. Help. He's in the trash can. Talent show night. 2 tickets. So they go into the talent show. There's Arnold lifting some weights. There's an alien. There's some actors. And Mr. Man. Ha ha ha, I'm dancing. Tap, tap, tap. Backstage. You were great. Terrific. 1 hour later. Perfect. Wonderful. That about covers it. Where do you live? At 277. Won't you be my neighbor? He is. The end. So Mr. Man lives next door to them. Duck and Bunny Show, number 5. How to dance. Today we'll show you how to dance. First, you need a big pad. Then you paint different color spots on it. Blue, red, white. Then label the reds 1, 2, 3. Do the same with the others. Then go in red, white, blue order first. All the ones. Then the 3s. Okay, here I go. So this is the chart of the colors and the numbers you need. And it's showing the pattern. We showed you the pattern with marker on our own feet. Now draw curly cues on all of any color. Spin at curlies. Okay, so whenever there's a curly cue, that's where you step on that color and spin. Try dancing with the back of this paper. Oh, there you go. There's the dancing chart with the different colors and the curly cues and the numbers and the lines to follow. So yeah, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, and you spin on the curly cues. The Duck and Bunny Show, number 6, special, about the characters from A to Z. Bunny Bunny. So it lists out, history was born a long time ago. In the War of 1812, while fighting was going on, a mad scientist made a time machine with everything he had. He wanted to test it on someone else, though. Too bad the first person he found was old bankrupt Bunny Bunny. He forgot to teach Bunny how to use the machine in all the excitement and didn't even send an instruction book. Lit with him and noticed he had just gotten rid of his machine. Later, Bunny met Duck. Bunny is very lazy, nice, and not too intelligent. He is also very weird and knows how to speak boogerish. First appearance, number 1. And then name, Duck, in Run. So Duck's middle name is In, and then his last name is Run, Duck and Run. And so it has some stats for him. His birthday is in 1977. Anyway, that's the time machine. Time flies when you're having fun. Duck and Bunny Show. One day, Duck and Bunny were walking. What are you doing, Bunny? Wahaha. Oh, there's Grandpa Boogers and Mr. Boogers. This thing... I'm scary, man. At least my cape is closed, or it would be very unpleasant. And then if he opens his cape, I guess you see his eye and his extra weird hand in the middle. The Duck and Bunny Show. Once again, Duck and Bunny were walking. Hey, Bunny, want to go to New York? Wahaha. Oh. Well, we are on the plane, Nebraska, Kansas. We sure are, because they're on the plane. Oklahoma, Texas. I always thought planes moved for you. We're here. Let's go everywhere. Let's go in that hotel. Where's the bellboy? Just relax like me. Why? I've rested 5 times in the restroom that night. Knock, knock. Get it, Duck? Okay. It's Mr. Boogers. Oh, come in. Blah, blah, blah. That means okay. Mr. Boogers is like whistling, and he's like, hits the remote, and then the Duck and Bunny Show shows on the TV. And it says, you win $1 million. Oh, he's fell asleep and he's dreaming. You win $1 million. And he says, blah, 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 blah. That means I need more money than that. Okay. So then Duck and Bunny are in a store. I want that one. He points at a book. How to speak boogerish. Hey, Duck, watch this. Blah, 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 blah. What did you say? I said, who are you? And he said, Mr. Boogers. And I said, oh, he said, he's from Bugania, and he lives in house 275. And I said, I live in 276. And he said, neat. And I said, bye. Oh, the end. Boy, this is like, I guess, like a Mega Man kind of character. Dig Man digs under the ground and then throws out sand while he digs. When he jets across the screen 1.5 times and can hurt you with the sand, he throws, and while he digs underground, he will jump out of the ground and sand comes out with him, and the sand can hurt you. He can also pick up one shovel and hold out the other. He will shoot it off, and then it will bounce off the walls 3 times, and then on the 4th hit, it will blow up, and the explosion will hurt Mega Man. While his arm is flying, he will jump on one shovel, and when the shovel explodes, he will stop and grows another shovel. Oh, and one thing I forgot. He is invincible while he digs. When you beat him, you can dig the ground and throw ground 1/2 of the screen. Veggie. This is like a secret code kind of thing. Yeah, I think I was making like a secret code style, like cryptography. I was really interested in cryptography. This is like examples of how the code works. This is like another kind of secret code language, like alphabet that I wrote, I guess. So I was like experimenting with different code ideas. Try them sheet. So here's like trying to translate what these say into, like back into English. Morse Viking code. Cat, dog. Use grib and squash. So yeah, these are all like different ways to encode and have like a secret language. I always wanted to like have a secret language between friends, and so this was me like coming up with those ideas. All codes together. Break this if you can. I guess I never wrote it, but hey, Nintendo Power. I have a few codes for classified information. The first 2 are for Super Mario 64, and the last 4 are for Super Mario Bros. 2. So I'll read this one because I always thought this was cool. So to change the song to the original theme, get 7 cherries and make a Starman appear. This is in Mario Bros. 2. And have a potion or a subspace door handy. The easiest place to do this is in level 1-3. Once you grab the star, quickly go into the door. You will start to flash, and the last second before your Starman runs out, go back through the door to the regular world. The music should change and stay the original Super Mario Bros. 3 until you enter another door, jar, or level. What's in your hair? This trick involves a special ability called putting an item on your hat. The easiest place to do this is in level 1-1. First, enter subspace where there is something to pull out of the ground. Wait until your time expires, and at the first second you appear in the regular world, repeatedly press B as fast as you can. If it's timed just right, the vegetable will be on your head and your hands will be down. Here are the benefits. You can also carry another item. If you walk through a door, you will be holding the item that's on your head in the next screen. You can also put POW blocks, bombs, shells, and potions that come from roots on your head. It is said that if you master this technique, you can put a 1-up on your head, giving you multiple 1-ups. This trick is easiest to do with Toad. The trick is easiest to do with a controller with a turbo button. Yeah. I never really see people talk about that trick that you can do in Mario Bros. 2. I'll research and see. I'm sure somebody else must have figured it out, but like at the time, I'd never heard of anybody ever mention it before. Although some of these codes seem crazy, strange, or don't seem to work, they are all possible to do. I've done all of them myself except putting a 1-up on my head. I'm not sure if putting a 1-up on your head really works or does what some claim it does. I know that all these tricks have very long explanations and probably can't be printed in classified information, but maybe it could be a subscriber bonus. There is only one last thing that I request. I would like for you, your testers, code breakers, or whatever to try these tricks. Get them to work or not work and mail me a reply that says I'm not crazy and that these codes actually do work. If you can't get them to work, I'd love to come show you. I love you guys and Nintendo Power. Thank you for your hard work. Jeep Barnett. I'm also sending this letter to Players Pulse. Jeep, you're much too nice for some of these. There's a list of things to do before I die, I think. Graduate. Create a computer virus. No! Publish a poem. Smiley face. Make a commercial web page. Escape a high-speed chase. Take 25 showers in one day. Build a big snow fort. Build an igloo and live in it. Marry. Meet Bill Gates. Create a profit-making business. Memorize all the Beatles songs. Smack someone who I don't know. Be smacked by someone who I don't know. Jeep. Learn to swing dance. Smiley face. Play in a band. Beat any world record. Create a compile language. Make everyone on Earth happy for a split second. Smiley face. Beat Mario 64 in 5 hours. Be an undefeated world champion in GoldenEye. Blackmail a president. Have a party with 300 attendants. Scare someone to death, literally. Jeep. Live to see February 2nd, 2222, the big Groundhog's Day. The true story of Humpty Dumpty and other stuff. People think Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, fell off, and splattered. That's not true. I'll tell you the real story. So one day Humpty was walking when he saw his friend Dumpty. He said, "Hey Dumpty, my man, have you seen that cool wall down Main Street?" "No, I haven't, Humpty," said Dumpty. "Well, that's where the Easter parade is going to be this year," said Humpty. "Bad, man. Want to sit there to watch the parade?" said Dumpty. "That'd be cool, man. Meet you there at 7 p.m., said Humpty. So the two friends went off. When Humpty was walking home, he thought to himself, "For this Easter parade, I'll dress up as an egg, look good, scare Dumpty, and get a good laugh, all at the same time." So he took the long way home to get his costume at the holiday shop and got his suit and left at the exit just when he heard the inner door open. Humpty didn't know, but the person who just walked in was Dumpty. He had been thinking the same thing, so he got his egg suit too. At 7 o'clock, Dumpty was on the wall with his egg suit waiting for Humpty. The parade was about to start when Humpty ran up. Dumpty didn't see him till the last second. When he saw him, he was so surprised that he fell off into Humpty. They both fell off the wall. The impact broke both their suits into many pieces. Both of them ended up naked, so they both ran home as fast as they could. When the king's horses and men came in the parade, they saw the pieces on the ground. And since there was 2 egg broken in different pieces and they thought it was one egg, they couldn't put it back together. They asked some people about who the egg was, and they said Humpty and Dumpty. The king didn't hear and so he called them Humpty Dumpty and screwed up the whole story. So you see that it was 2 people, not 1, and they weren't eggs. The end. That's all for today. I'm going to stop. Thanks everybody for watching. Yeah, this has been yet another episode of My Mom Saved Everything. And yeah, I saved these. So yeah, not a bad haul today. Thanks everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.